Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? We're going to be playing some ladder matches with some 4-color Reanimator. Haven't played this deck in a long time, so saw it was actually doing really good at the higher levels. So I'm like, oh, why not play some of it and try to get some ladder wins? Go first. Yeah, we'll keep this one. We can get an early Deceit into Kiora. Hey, how's it going, Mr. Bombastic? Mr. Bombastic. Okay, we're playing against... Could either be Orzhov Skellies, or it could be the enchantment deck. Either way, I think we're going to be okay. Let's do Gloom Lake into discard. Yeah, discard it. A lot of ethereal armors. I want to get rid of the survivor because that can get rid of our graveyard stuff. Another scavenger. We'll get our Kiora down. Oh, that's pretty good too. Maybe we just get that down because we can go after the scavenger here. Now mill 3. Hopefully we can find our mine. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get the speaker down because we can find the card we need. Because we can also discard Arden. And then we just need to find our Mind Bitten. And put land down and we should be good. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what it is, man. It's a very good deck. It's a very good consistent deck. That's the issue with it. We can drop that. We don't want anything other than land. And we'll go after our Arden. Let's go in our yard and we'll grab Kiora. Discard probably those two. And then attack in, and we'll get an 8/8 off of that too. It is a very consistent deck, and other than control, that's pretty much control is the only thing that usually can beat it on a consistent basis. It says Menace too, which is just nuts. What do you normally play, Mr. Bumbasket? Doing everything he can. They did get rid of our Arden, which is really good for them. We don't have any of our major payoff cards here. Just elemental. We're gonna attack in here. We'll get our 8/8. Yeah, it can be. There's ways around that though. That's why this deck runs Deceits. Deceits can take care of that card. The Deceits allow you to bounce it, and then you can discard it out of their hand. Rest in Peace, I think, is what you're talking about. So you can see here, if we pay for the blue, blue, and black, black, we can bounce it and then just to have that sacked. Or discarded, I should say. We'll try this one. We don't have anything to pitch, or a way to pitch, I should say. At least not yet. We'll start casting our Deceits. Authority to the Council. Make them discard. Playing the artifact deck, okay. So probably start with this. And then we can go after the Battlefront next turn. For the Battlefront, and they don't got a whole lot going on beyond that. We don't either, though, to be fair. We need to fill our yard and draw our win. That's a new one. I don't see that typically in this deck. That's pretty good. Yeah, discard a card. Probably going to discard a land. We might just end up hard casting. It really did. The Lorwyn set added it. Well, we found one of our cards. We do want to discard this stuff first. We got time. We slowed this deck down enough that it's going to take them a couple turns to even start assembling anything. They got the repurposing base, so they're probably about 2 to 3 turns off from going off. Okay, they're gonna. Okay, they got one more turn. They'll get their synthesizer this time. The funny thing is, we can actually. Oh, they got a repurposing bay. That's interesting. That tells me they might have a synthesizer in hand. Well, do we want to play this different if that's the case? Because they could do Synthesizer and then Repurposing Bay to get their 4-drop and then attack in right away. For us to combat that, I am going to... Oh, I just made a mistake, didn't I? I meant to do 4-color, but I don't think I did that. Or did I? I meant to bounce the Repurposing Bay. He didn't have it. That's weird. He can blades this. That's fine. Actually, I probably should have went after the blades. Because he can sack the blades now. That was a misplay. I misplayed twice. One, I didn't cast that right because I was going to bounce the Repurposing Bay, and the other one, I allowed them to have the blades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, they got their second Repurposing Bay. They can go and sack the other one if they wanted to. This is the turn I thought they were going to do. Okay. We are drawing way too much land here. So... Oh, I missed counter there. Battlefront's really good for them. Hey, Babs. Yeah, I play all sorts of decks. I don't think there's a deck I won't play. I've played very little of Reanimator, so part of it is this is the most played deck, or I should say has the strongest showing in the high levels right now. So I kind of want to play it a little bit just to get a little more familiar with it. Basically to be able to beat it better. Get this down. I've lost this game already. I just kind of want to see what I see here. Yeah. Let's go on to the next one. You're stuck in D1. What deck have you been playing? You just drop the deck list into the Discord there, Bombastic. We'll try this one. Oh, Skelly's mainly. That has a pretty good showing right now. It has a pretty good win rate. Going tapped here. Get this down, start pitching stuff in our grave. That's good. We'll decline both those. We'll get our Tom Greeter down. I'm always surprised how good the Mono White Enchantments deck has for win rate given how many players play it. Because usually when it has a ton of games, the win rate goes down just because you tend to have a lot of inexperienced players play it, especially when it doesn't have a lot of rares or anything. So I'm always impressed with the high win rate on that one. Yeah, we'll grab that one. Need to get these out of our hand. Not good. We're gonna have to get rid of the Sewer King, I think. Best way to do it is this. We can get... How do we do this? Probably bounce. Discard. That's a bummer. I'll be able to get rid of our bringer. Blue, black, blue, black. Guess we don't have enough yet, huh? Take Kiora. Get rid of those. We'll get the seat next turn. A lot of stuff he can grab yet. Both Mind Bitten and Terror. He'll probably grab Terror. Alright, Mono Blacklist, huh? We'll give that one a whirl. Next game. Oh, they pretty much got us. Let's do it now. I like the Acolyte. I always like Acolytes in these decks. We got the one of the power brokers in there. Here, let me load up the deck here. Alright, a lot of one-ofs. Holy smokes. We got a Duress, Hex, Tiny Bones, Tragic. They got the Bats, a set of the Bats. Demon Wall, Nowhere to Run, Shoot the Sheriff. 2 Betrayals. Toka. Whenever a player casts a spell, if the amount of mana spent to cast it was less than its mana value, Deals 3 damage to a player. I'm just curious, what matchups? Are you probably seeing this in your Is It decks? Hey, Romy, how's it going? Madame, we got the 2 of the Preachers, 4 of the Slashers, Acolytes. I love the combination of the Broker with Acolyte. I just like that combo. Bloodletters, Annexes, Virtues, 2 Virtues. I like this card better than most people. It's going to be hard to get to in this deck, but I do like Virtues. Let's give this one a whirl before we look at doing anything with it. I'm curious, what did you put it in there for? Like, what matchups did you want Toka to help you out with? Because it's a very specific skill that card has. I can think of, like, the Lessons deck, but that's the only one I'm coming off the top of my head that is cheaper spells. Yeah, we'll keep this one. We'll have an early bat down. The artifacts, okay. So you're talking about the synthesizer deck. Oh, the one that discards. Yeah, that's the Lessons deck. The Is It Lessons with the monument. Ooh. I think we just do the Get Lost to start with. It's gonna be kind of a rough matchup. Is that forecasting cost? They're only on turn 2 here. Hey, seems legit. How's it going? Yeah, it doesn't have any low-end sweepers or anything like that. But at the end of the day, you can't beat every deck. That's just kind of how it is for best of one. I think I may let this go one more turn and get this out. See what they got in their hand, especially with untapped lands. Okay, they had to Get Lost. Oh, Visa. And as we'll just get the other one while we're at it, because we're going to want to steal that eventually anyways. Because we're just going to do our Acolyte this turn. Oh, is it the one you see the most? I don't see... You know, it's funny you mentioned that, because I rarely ever see Cub or Oboroid. Bitter Triumph. Get rid of that. Of it. I could have attacked him with the same move. as well, but we're going to hold that off for a sweeper, I think. But we're going to try finding one if he picked it up. Nope. We'll activate our land at the end of the turn. I think we might have them. They gotta have a full-on Day of Judgment. Miss Gix. We can activate this. They did find their sweeper, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna have this one. Get lost? Yeah. Pump this guy up. Back in. They might just do the full-on sweep here. Yep. Create a land, create a creature. We can Virtue. Orlando, attack in. Oh, they got it. GG's. Yeah. Should have let it resolve. You're right about that. Doesn't really matter what we do here, does it? He just needs to tap out his, or exhaust this, and he wins the game. GG's. Let me do one more with this one, and then we'll kind of reevaluate it as to what I'd do to change it. We got a Hex, we got the Bat, we got your Taka. The only issue I have with this, yeah, it can't be countered, but it only has 2 defense, and every removal spell that deck runs that you're trying to play against can kill this thing. That's my only issue with it. Let's get a bat out. Jesus. Guess we just do Day of Judgment. Feels bad no matter what. I'm gonna rush this out to do some card draw. Cool. Probably just gonna throw this out there as fodder. Yep. That's okay. Get her bat down. Well, that's actually an interesting draw, especially if he leaves the bat on the field. Two untapped lands. He's probably, or 4 untapped lands. He has 2 cards we didn't see. There's a good chance he's just trying to keep up the card draw. So let's go for it. Even if he counters this, we can still get in for 8 damage this turn. Ooh, I don't think they have a counter. Taking a little bit too long. Although Azorius players tend to take a long time on every minute decision. Hey, Not Saying Cop Watch. How's it going? Really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're playing a deck from Mr. Bombastic right now. Playing a couple games first, then just seeing how we'd fix it up a little. Or how I would. Not saying the way I do it is the best way either. Living the dream. Heck yeah. Great to see you tonight. Okay, so he did the card draw. He's going to be taking a lot of damage this turn. Yep. GG's. Yeah, got lucky on that one. Let's give it one more, and then we'll look at the list again. Always fun beating up on the counter decks. I love that. All right, you go first. We'll keep this one. It's a bit awkward, actually, because we don't have black mana to start with, but which means this is going to come into tapped. We have nothing to cast anyways. I agree with you on that one, Babs. And the funny thing is, it's actually not the deck that I bind, it's the players of that deck that I tend to have issues with. They take a long time on their to process every turn, which is I'm not saying it's every single player, but it just seems like a lot of the Azorius players take a long time on their turns. Even just to play a land, it just seems like it could be a 45-second decision. Hey, Louise, how's it going? Shred the ladder. There you go. We can shoot the sheriff here if we wanted to. Let's do that. Let's get rid of the flyer. They won't gain life. This is just slow them down a little bit. They have another one. I was hoping they'd drop a land or a ground guy. Let's drop this. So if he hits us, we can tack in and get a token. Guess that's gonna grow, so we can't hit him. Yeah, it looks like my mic's working. I've definitely had it before. I think Copwatch caught me once where I didn't have my mic going. Well, this says Death Touch. Let's try attacking in with this. See if he blocks. I didn't want to give this away, so we'll drop this now. We can block the bat with that. That's a pretty good play. We just need to find removal. Nowhere to run wouldn't work. You got 2 Bitter Triumphs, a Hex. Is that? Or and that Strategics is not going to work in that situation either. Tragic we could make work. We'll say no block on this. Hey, awesome. Glad you could hear. Let's just get this down. Missed a draw. I was busy reading the chat. How did I miss the draw on that one? Attack in. I was before, yeah. Louise, I was playing Superior Spider-Man. Cavero. Alright, we'll just block there. Just need to find our 1 of 3 removals I think you have in the deck for this situation. Get the slasher down for blocking. Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I missed that with the Acolyte. I'm going to hold up the Death Touch just in case. We'll attack him with this one. All right. This is interesting. We can block there. Okay. I was hoping to get this back and then do something with the slasher. Let's get... We're gonna do the ritual chamber. This is just be a nice blocker to stop that bat. We can attack in as well with this. I probably should have done that first, actually, to draw the card. Well, that stinks. We can drop our Death Toucher next turn. Block right here. Wish we drew a land there. Let's do this first. See what they got in their hand. Get this out. No attacks. We don't want them to attack it with the Lurker Bat. We can get our Bloodletter down. Or do we just do... Actually, let's just turn this on. Get the card draw going. We can get a Demon Wall for blocking. He's going to try to find something for the Death Touch, so we want to find removal as fast as we can. And let's just go no here. Let's gain quite a bit of life here. Toka. Taka. I call him Toka. I could get a flyer down and start attacking it. That's what I'm going to be doing. This is not going to be a huge help. Could kill off one of the flyers. Shelter. Gonna go after our Preacher. Need to find our solutions here. We don't have many, though. Let's block. There. Yeah, it hits hard, but it doesn't hit it hard enough to counteract what's going on here. There we go. Get that out. We'll get our Bloodletter out. I don't know if there's anything we really want to tragic here. I mean, I guess we could go after a Vanguard for all it matters. Lurker Bat, maybe? Let's do a Lurker Bat. Because then we can attack in. There. They can block with their other Lurker Bat, otherwise they're going to take 12 damage. And we'll be able to draw more. And we got another Death Touch. All right, we're starting to cruise a little. Leylina hopes they just hit the threshold on that one. All right. Is that all they're attacking in with? It's just those? I think I'm gonna just take 4. Or take 8. Yeah, I'll take 8. Attack in there. See if they block with the bat. They don't. Quite a bit of damage. We now have more life than them. They should be dead next turn. We'll be able to get their guys back up here. Just do a single block right there. They have what, 3 creatures up? Attack in quite a bit, do a lot of damage here. We just can't attack in on the ground. Let's see what they got cooking. Just a land. We'll know where to run his bat. Acolyte. Attack in with the flyers. That should be a good game. That was a fun match. Let's crack the pack real quick. See what we get here. Ah, another Weathermaker. I think that's my 3rd. I think I still need to open one more Weathermaker. Oh, that is the last one. Still need a farm. A couple more things we need in this set. Cool. All right, let's look at the deck. Yeah, Bloodletter is a nasty one. All right, mister. Let's check out this deck for you. So obviously I'm always a fan of the Slasher Bloodletter combo with the Unholy Annex. Definitely like the Acolyte. The one broker in there can be really fun with the Acolyte. You do have the Preacher of Storms in there as well. I don't have too much of a problem with that. I think I definitely would cut this card. Strategic Betrayal can be good. it works pretty good against the enchantment deck as long as you have other removal. I would probably cut this for your and just include another hex. One demon wall. Bats, shoot the sheriff, strategic betrayal. We'll get rid of this. Tiny Bones is kind of on its own island here. If you're gonna do a 1-drop with Death Touch, you're gonna want to do the other guy, the Cecil. He just works a little bit better in this combination because he gets in for a lot of early, but then he can also flip as well. And he would work really well with the Madame, even if you play him after, because then he's going to be 4/5 attacking in, and even when he flips, then he'll be a 6/6 lifelinker, which will be kind of cool. What else? Yeah, the ooze would be an interesting one to try. Maybe that's something we try building tonight, Copwatch. What do you think? I'd go with something a little more like do with 1 virtue. Triumphs. Want to put more creatures in here. You can do demon walls. Hold on, demon. Set everything. Demon. I don't know, something like that might be a fun one to try. Yeah, Day of the Black Sun would actually be a interesting one. The problem with Day of the Black Sun is it really makes your demon walls a lot worse. Usually I say if you're going to do Day of the Black Sun, you try to... The same thing with your bats. Your bats become really bad too. I'm wondering about Madame. So I did put out that deck today, I think. The Demon deck with Madame. And I think I just had bad matchups, so I got to try it more, but it just didn't feel right. But I think that's because I didn't draw any of my Unholy Annexes. So I think it's probably best to be a 1 or 2 of in a deck. You don't really want to have too many of these in your deck, especially with it being legendary. So I think the 1 of is kind of a nice one, especially when you have the Acolyte. I like having the bats in there for removing stuff out of their hand, and it absorbs some damage. Let's give this a whirl. But we were winning with the other deck too, so not saying it was bad by any means. Except for that Taka. I definitely wouldn't run that one. Always nice to test it out though, right? Opponent goes first on this one. We do have a little bit of removal. We got our Demon Wall. We got our combo here too, so we'll keep this, plus card draw. Ooh, red. Got a little Hex we can keep up. That was a nice draw. We just want them to cast something. They don't. We'll just go to our turn. We won't waste the Hex. We'll just drop the Demon Wall that can block. If they want to shoot this with a spell to kill it, that's fine. Yeah, I'll post it right after this match. The demon wall isn't actually meant to be a creature other than defensive for the most part in this deck. It's just used to feed the Annex because it's considered a demon, so it works well with Annex. It also blocks the ground, so like these red aggro decks, they have to get rid of demon. They have to fight it just so they can get through. That's the whole purpose of him. He's rarely ever going to attack in. But if you play something like Ooze, like Copwatch mentioned, you can do something with that. So I think we're going to try building a deck around that. Let's get Slasher down. So if they give us the chance, we can just combo off next turn. Yeah, I get what you mean with that, Babs. I think if you totally build around her, that would definitely be the way you'd want to go. This isn't a list I think is built around her by any means. Well, I guess we just go after this, right? He has white, so we don't want him to utilize the white to get a hexproof. So we're going to do this on our... Hold on here. Just has Ward 2, right? Yep. We'll even drop our Dark Knight, too. Yeah, the Ooze is a pretty sweet artifact. Also works really good against the Bringer decks. Well, let's just force him to block here. We are able to flip ours. We are at 5 though, so we got to be very conscious. All right, GG's. Yeah, if Cecil was a demon, this deck would be nuts. Let me copy this one over for you. I'll put that in the Discord for you. Ooh, we got some more decks in there. What's this one? Golgari Anti-Meta. All right, who's the one that posted this one? Ah, this is the Cease list. Okay. I do like this one. This one's a fun one. Ah, Babs. Let's give this one a whirl. I really like I do have a little I really enjoy the Golgari decks with the Disrupted Stormbrood. There's the other dragon as well. I really enjoy playing in a lot of the Golgari decks, the black one. But yeah, let's try this one out. Oh, that's not you? I thought you said I. Sorry. Oh, it's you seems legit. Okay. I gotta rename the deck then. Sorry. Alright, opponent goes first. We'll try it. Strategic Betrayal. Alright, this is gonna do some work. Let's get this down early. Vegetable Cub. Yep. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kill the Badgermole just so they can't go off next turn. We'll take a look at it. There's a lot of fun turtle cards. The interesting thing is they're not really showing up in the top of the decks because a lot of the deck lists are like months old. The ones that are topping the charts for win rates, which is kind of interesting. Okay, so he has a decent amount. We're gonna try to ramp here. At best, we can Day of Black Sun. At worst, we'll Deadly Cover up next turn. Yeah, it could be, man. I don't usually see Cub too often. Day in the Black Sun, we can do that for 2 here. Might as well just do it for 3, I guess. We're in pretty good shape now with all of the removal we have. Just need to start finding like an Annex or Secret Tunnel. I got a Weaver. We can actually make them sack that. Let's have them just get rid of that Secret Tunnel. I don't like them having that. We can grab a green land. Yeah, there's a lot of removal, which is nice. Yeah, once I can get this up, as long as they have the Space Worm, right? Scrap Shooter. Enjoy an artifact, alright. Not the best, not the worst. It's a 4 creature. I think we just don't have anything for deadly. Let's just go free. Actually, hold on here. Yeah, it's just a 3/3. Yep. Well, we're going to get rid of that real quick. And oh, we can do the trick with the forests here. I don't think I really want to do that in this deck, but I could be wrong. Let's do that next time. We'll deadly cover up his forest. I don't know if he's got the other parts of this deck for earth bending. Just for the fun, I'm going to do it. I don't think we're playing against a deck where it actually helps us. It probably hurts us more. Oh, he's got a Badgermole Cub. That's fine. Well, this is going to make it kind of funny then. We'll let that come in. Go for the forest. This is always funny that you could even do this. How many lands does he have left then? He has 5 lands left in his deck. We're just basically allowing him to draw fire by doing this. That's the unfortunate thing. It's still funny though. We can go after his other boss Sings. Which I think is actually funny as well, so we'll do that. We'll empty his deck out of lands. Oh yeah, I missed the graveyard on that. Good point. We would have stuck him on 4 for that. You're right. Totally missed the graveyard on that. Should have stuck him on 4 mana. Oh look, another deadly cover-up. We'll use this to kill the enchantment, but I think this turn we'll just do this. 2. Yep. That's fine. If we draw a land, we'll just Bitter Triumph. We're going to be like this for the rest of the game because they're just going to be drawing gas the whole time because we went after the lands. Okay. 5. Yep. Turn. Oh, we got another Bitter Triumph. I think we actually just discard the other Bitter. Hold on here. Suppose it has Ward 1 because of that, so hold on. Z. No. Cancel. We gotta drop this first. Killing that. Then we Bitter Triumph. Discard a card. Discard that one. We're starting to fuel up for our next Deadly Cover-Up. We can start attacking in finally. Another Scrap Shooter. We do this again. We can get rid of the hard-hitting questions. Keen-eyed. We think we hit, what, 3 Keen-eyes? 2 Keen-eyes. 3 Keen-eyes, 2 Badger Moles. Get rid of that. Hard hitting would get the one in their hand. Yeah, we don't want to go after that. Let's go after Badger Mole. That gives them an extra feature. Oraids are still going to be a pain. Formidables I'm not too worried about. Alright. Then we can go after our own graveyard. So we can draw a card. Talent? You think the talent would be the one? Alright, Warden. I don't think... Well, that might actually help us to swing the game now. I was going to say I don't think we're going to win this game, but that might just do it. He does have hard-hitting questions. Oroid is very good. That's not good. We could attack in, and we'll take, what, 9 damage next turn? Otherwise, we'll leave this back and they can't attack in. Yeah, I think they got it. Oh, that was a turn too late, right? That's a bummer. So this is going to be what? 8? 8? We can survive one more turn. That would have been a handy one to draw before. See if they attack in. They'll be big enough that they can hard-hitting questions. Yeah, they can just kill us with hard-hitting questions. Why did he not cast that? Okay. Not that it particularly matters. Strategic Betrayal doesn't get rid of the one we want. Yeah, if we had Annex early on, we would have been pretty set. Well, to be fair, we set them up for that because we got rid of the forest in their other land. We just did it more for the meme than anything. We knew it was actually going to hurt us in the long run. Let's try this one again. Oh, I've meant to switch the name. Hold on a second here. All right. Well, this deck's really not that reliant on Annex. It was only reliant because we made it so we didn't have a shot otherwise. There's a lot of other win cons in here, isn't there? Or I'm thinking of the other deck. Hold on. Yeah, I guess never mind. This is just Annex, right? We got the Annex and the Stormbrood and the cores that can attack in. Yeah, this is pretty heavy on the Annex. Never mind. That was a late Annex, though. All right, depending on when it goes first, we'll keep it. Another red here. Bloom and Marsh. Got an early Annex, but we gotta stay alive to cast it. Got the cores to work with it as well. I think we just do this for now. The Annexes should be enough card draw. I mean, that's quite a bit of card draw in the deck, but you gotta draw, and that's the problem. Got the Beast. You know what? We should have switched that around. We should have done this first, and then the other one. That's okay. They might just win out of nowhere here next turn. No, I think for card draw reasons, I think Annex is enough in the deck. I wouldn't go too crazy. Oh, this is going to be rough on us. When you're strictly talking about card draw, I mean, you don't need to have card draw constantly. I mean, you draw cards naturally, so you don't want to dedicate too much of your deck list to it. Yep, Cease has a draw. So you have what, 2 of those in the deck? So technically you have 6 cards that could draw you. Cards. Yeah, we should have reprioritized Strategic Betrayal second. At least we can kill it now. Ooh, did I misplayed that? I was reading that as 3 damage. It was a power 3 or less, so we could have killed it. That was a mistake on my part. We also should have dropped the core there. Man, I misplayed like crazy on this game. What happens when you don't play some of these cards very often. Destroy target creature with power 3 or less. Yes, sir. GG's. Let me run that back and try not to misplay right on the first play of the game. All right, opponent goes first. Doesn't seem like we're playing first here for a number of these games. All right, we'll try this. Don't have green, do we? The Bitter Triumph. We can cease. Or we can go after that with our... This is a rough deck to play against the elementals, although I don't know if this is the other version of it. We'll see if it is. The one with the 5/5 flash creature. We can get our core down next turn. Trying to find our Annex. We're going to get our Annex down. Not sure if this is the Spellamental's version, though. Because it looks like with the Roaming Throne, I don't think this typically plays the other one. I think we don't have an untapped land, do we? I think we just Bitter Triumph the Roaming Throne to prevent the double trigger. We'll get rid of one of the ceases. Oh shoot, I totally missed that. Sorry about that, cease. I missed playing this one too. See what to do here. Gonna bounce that. Oh, they're gonna make us discard. Get rid of the sweeper. That was probably a good one for them to get rid of. There we go. Should have cast the core first. Oh, they're going to return it. Let's get... rid of 2 of those things. I should have cast that. ahead of time. But we can do this now, and then discard. He's got Sunderflocks. It's good to know. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, they have enough mana to cast their Sunderflock now. I think I'd do this just to prevent the Sunderflock. We can let them get the Sunderflock out. We'll start gaining life here. And then hopefully we can find removal. We have 4 deadly cover-ups that we can find. Okay, you can get that out now. That's fine. Shoot the sheriff's pretty dang good. We can kill everything, can't we? First, I'm going to do this just to see if they have another one in their hand. They do. Get rid of that. We can... Those are just elementals. Yep. Shoot the sheriff. This one. We can get rid of the other one with this. Now their board's clear, and we're just winning with the Annex. Alright, GG's. We somehow pulled it off even with the misplays. The angry outhouse. Alright, opponent goes first on this one. We'll keep this one. Quite a bit of removal. A little bit of ramp with the core. That's good. This definitely is a style deck that I play. Let's see what they got cooking. I think we just get rid of the card draw. Starcage doesn't bother me too much. Overlord will be annoying. Get Lost will be annoying, but we just get rid of that. I don't want him to draw cards, right? Can force them to get rid of a card. Ooh, I can destroy all artifacts and enchantments, which that's an enchantment. Okay, that's good to know. Need to find that third land, though. On land. That's a bummer. We're going to do this just to try to find a land. With 0. Okay, we found our land. I'm not going to cast anything off that. We can Day of the Black Sun and just kind of sweep a lot of this stuff. So that's what, 3? If we do this, it's only 2. It's a bummer. I don't have a way to exile this. Oh, the reason why I cast the Cease was because I tried to get the land drop. That's why I was playing it, because I was missing my land drop. Does this work with an essence? Doesn't, does it? Oh, it never actually hits the graveyard. We get Day of Black Sun here. We did get him. Never mind. Let's core and Black Sun. And turn. I got it. I was gonna say I was like I thought I could get rid of it that way. Yeah, it did. It was the only target, so it did it automatically. Makes sense. We can get rid of the Star Cage if we wanted to. Let's go in their hand. See what they got cooking. I mean, sure. We don't have Ranic, so we're in trouble. But even the Get Lost would get take care of that. Let's do this. We'll have him get rid of 1, and then we can attack him. I do wish I would have held on to our Cease now, because we could be casting that Desist right now, and it would be really handy. I could have cycled it for draw, because I guess it really doesn't affect us any. Well, that's pretty good. Yeah, if it was an adventure, that'd be crazy. Okay. I think we just do this still, just to get rid of this. do need to find removal for this by next turn. We're going to give them target for Get Lost. We'd rather have kill this than if we dropped an Annex. Just hold on to that for now. We can discard that to Bitter if we want. Well, there's the Annex. Create that. Oh, shoot. I just forgot that he has a Seam Rip, so that was a wrong play on my part. Seam Rip's going to take care of that. The rest is not going to do it. Should have put that out last turn. We're just trying to find our sweeper at this point. Oh, he had to Get Lost anyways. Well, we can kill that next turn. We're going to take 6 damage. He's going to Seam Rip our demon. He'll get 2 creatures left over. But we at least can destroy a creature, right? Take care of it right away. Don't want him to be able to draw any more shenanigans before I cast that. I know it has instant, but I want to get rid of it. Well, that's not good. Okay, especially with the Fountain Port, we're in trouble. Not that we weren't in trouble before, but... Yep, land is not going to do it. Let's go to a deck. It's actually a deck from yesterday that somebody posted. Dan the Man. I don't know if Dan's in here today, but I saw it posted there. I think he posted it right at the end of last night's stream. And I wanted to give it a whirl. It looked like an interesting one, just looking through the list a little bit. It is a Ugin Krang deck. So my guess is it uses the Krang threefold combo that I've shown before with the Nexus of Becoming. This looks very similar to the list that I've played before. But this mixes in blue here. It has Mirror Form too, which can be fun. Let's give it a whirl. Yeah, I'll have to try. Let me think about it. I'll go back to that deck and kind of tweak it. I want to try this one first. I actually think the deck was actually built pretty good. I think you could make the argument that it doesn't have a lot of win cons, which is a fair argument because if you get rid of the annexes, that deck is going to suffer. So try to think of what you'd do, what you'd be putting in it instead. Even a Hive Pool wouldn't be bad in there or something. Something just that has like a return, another win con in there. Opponent goes first. We do have Authority of the Council. No more lies, but we need to find mana. And then Star Cages. Let's keep it. Let's play something like a life gain, or... Okay, of course not. Of course, we can't play that because we got the pinnacles, right? Let's go. Just get the authority down right away, just in case. World Wagon with Cottage would be fun. Yeah, you can ramp with that. Keeps no more lies up here. Okay, they were definitely on something else here. We're just gonna keep holding up the counters. We could just do this at the end of the turn if we wanted to. I'd rather have a double counter available. We missed our land drop. It's unfortunate. Jeskai Splash Black. Yeah, well, that's probably what it is. Yep. We do have consult the star charts ourselves. We have Phantom Interference, 3 steps ahead. So 3 steps ahead would be really good. All right. Okay, Judgment is not great. I want to be able to leave up at least one counter spell. Right now we only have one available because we're missing a 4th colored land. Every time they drop a land, we're making it worse and worse for ourselves. This is thrilling magic. This is the way they intended it. Well, the issue is if I make treasures at the end of his turn, I'm opening up that he can do his instant speed. Just get that like this, and that's a problem. Because I want to counter that one. But he's going to cast another one. But at least I was able to counter one of them. Whereas if I made a treasure token, I wouldn't have been able to do that. We just cannot find land, can we? Team rip. Okay. This is rough. Actually, we're going to want to probably keep the Pinnacle. Now that we only have the one counter, we could start doing it. They've already kind of surpassed that point, though. Yep. So he's gone through 2 of those. We can... Oh god, we can't even Star Cage, can we? And leave up a counterspell. Man, we are so stuck on lands with this deck. I guess let's try to eat his counter. If he lets it hit, we can get Krang out. Trying to get the counter out of his hand. Sure, let me get that for you, Copwatch. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, he had an Ugin of his own.
Equilibrium must. My plan bears fruit.
Well, finally, we got a card draw. I think it's a little bit too late, though. We can hope that he doesn't have a counter, but I'm sure he probably does. You dropping a list in there, Copwatch? We'll give it a try. Oh, in the deck view, you just select the deck that you want, and then there's an export button at the bottom of the screen. I'll show you how to do it after this game if you want.
The wise heed my advice.
That's how I export all my decks out, and then I post in the descriptions. I think this one's lost already. We'll go show you that. If you're looking to export a deck, you just go into your decks, and you can just select the deck, and then click this button right here, which is the export button. It's a down arrow. Post it on the Discord, and I'll copy it over. All right. Which deck is yours? Is it the Ooze deck? Is it this one? Awesome. Okay. This looks like an awesome deck. You hit Mythic 34 with this? Oh, that was the other person that posted that. Okay. Oh, with the Skelly deck. Interesting. All right, Cop Watch. Let's give this one a whirl. I can already tell you this deck's going to be a blast. I'm loving this card, Mutagen Man. If people don't know, this is just a bonkers card where it creates all these mutagen tokens, and you can sacrifice them for free and add +1/+1 counters, which works fantastic with something like Ouroboros. You can put a ton of counters on that creature. Maelstrom Pulse is a fantastic card. Earthbend Ascension works really well with Ouroboros. Michelangelo doubles counters. Ooze, you create all those mutagen tokens. This is going to be a fun one. Nice thing about Demon Wall, you can put those tokens on Demon Wall and he can start attacking in. Just a fun one. And then you got the lifelink here. This is a sneaky one. You got the Cavern Bat with the lifelink, and you put the tokens on there and you start gaining a lot of life. I like it. No what? No to what, Cop Watch? Looks like a fun deck, though. All right, we do have Badgermole Cub. We have the Deep Cavern Bats as well. You go first. I think we're just going to try to get the Badgermole down to ramp. Oh yeah, that's the other guy that posted above you in the thing. He was running a Skelly deck that got him to 34 Mythic with his Skelly list. I don't think this Badgermole is going to be around very long, but we'll try it out. Plus, if the land dies, it counts as another token on here, a counter on here, so that's kind of nice. Yep, didn't think that was going to hang around. Let's start with this, just to get this down early. Go for a black. Probably could have got Michelangelo down first. But I like getting the counters on this. Ah, Babs, that was you that posted that. Okay. Last month you hit 34 Mythic with Skellies. Nice. So we got too many lands for that. Let's see what we want to cast here first. I think we just get it out. We should have probably cast the bat first. can do a mutagen token. We're gonna, if he tries killing this, we'll sacrifice the mutagen token. See what they got here. That's fine. Ultima is gonna be rough. It's just got Revelations. Get lost. Yeah, that's a pretty good hand. So let's do this. He's a turn away from Ultima. That's even if he draws a land. Guess we do that. Do that. We'll attack in. You can get lost if they want. Okay. This is going to be a rough matchup for this deck no matter what, because... Oh, they got enough. They don't have 2 white, do they? Oh, we got lucky. We got very lucky. Trying to spread out the love here a little. That's fine with me. Let's do one of these. Because we're going to try to find a Borite or something. Okay, last turn. They just gave up. They didn't find their white. GG's. Definitely got lucky on that one. All right, let's hope this one goes a little faster. By the way, I don't think I said it. How's it going, champ? Does anybody know what time the F1 race is? Opponent goes first here. I think it's after midnight sometime, but I could be wrong. This is a interesting hand. That's cool, champ. Thanks for joining the stream. Yeah, I got lucky on that one, I think. Got. Ooh, we got the ooze this one. That's a fun card. Got the Weaver. Yeah, we might be in trouble a little bit on this. We need them to overcommit, is what we need them to do. Let's get this down. We'll cub it. This is going to have double strike next turn. Most likely. Cool. Okay, they're going to seam rip the Badger Mole. We have 2 mana available. We need him to overcommit. Okay. We're still not in pretty good. We're not in very good shape here. We probably just have to go after the veteran, because that's going to do the most damage. Doesn't feel great. Yeah, that's the one downside with it. So you really are... And you don't have any sweepers either, do you? No. Yeah. Do this. Yeah, I guess we're dead no matter what, aren't we? Yeah, GG's. Let's give that one more whirl. Feels like a deck you want to be on the play for. We got a Demon Wall. We got the Weirdness. Ascension. Let's try it. We also have the Annex. Got the nice little combo going. Yeah, the board wipe. Good old board wipe deck. Get our Demon Wall out. This is just the graveyard deck, isn't it? So they're playing the Zombify. So it's not the fast one, at least. So let's go for the Annex. There's something to be said. I could have went for the Badger Mole Cub. And try to do the Michelangelo Boroid play. That's probably what I should have done. But he has an Arden in his graveyard, so we can go... I think we go this route. They're gonna go after it, aren't they? Okay. They have a Zombify. Alright, we pretty much have to get another bat for us to have a shot, I think. Get this out. We'll start growing this. We can get down a lot of creatures next turn. Oozes. Oh man, if we had that a turn earlier. Oh, he just grabbed the wrong card. We can do Weirdness to 11. So let's do Badger Mole Cub. Weirdness to Mutagen token. Boroid. Attack in. And then we have the Ooze, which can go after the card he targets with Zombify. He just put in a tap land. Wow. We've managed to pull this one out. That's fine. All right, GG's. That was a crazy one. Yeah, I guess that NX play probably was not the way to go. I should have raced out Boroid as fast as I could have, but he had some removal in there too, so I mean, it worked out the way we played it. GG's. Hello, Sykes. How's it going? Opponent goes first in this one. We'll try it. Got the bat early. Got the Mutagen Man. Mutagen Man. Take me by the hand. Oh, come on, Babs. Sometimes it's fun to play control, right? Occasionally, I'm a dirty control player. Whenever you commit a crime, each opponent mills 3 cards. Okay. We'll just keep ramming. Ooh, it's just a straight up monument deck here. We can pulse that monument. I think we get this down first, though. I forgot that's considered committing a crime. I know. Wish we would have pulsed that monument. This is gonna be what, six, 2 cards, and then 5 cards. Look at that. We purposely didn't hit it last turn so we can pulse it this turn. All to plan. Hey, Royd, how's it going? It's like we planned it out. Oh, I should have cast Earthbender's Ascension before I dropped that land. That's a very good play. Let's just get this down. Warbending Scroll, that's a very good one. Waterbending. This down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I forgot these are sorceries. That's okay. We'll do this then. Make this big enough. Pass the turn. I don't think this is a budget deck. Not with all these rares in them. Interesting. Get another Ascension. Okay. Let's get a bat out, and then we can put our counters on it. Get out. Counter target spell 4 mana. Yeah, we want to do that because we want to get in with the life gain. We can do. Guess we don't have to do that here. Oh, I should have pumped that. Looking for like an Ouroboros or something. Yeah, Badgermole Cub's way too expensive in paper. Yeah, my turn. Oh, geez, here we go. Let's see if they let us get away with this. I mean, he's got the counter spell available. Yep. Okay. We will trigger one here. Trigger one here. One here. Get a Badgermole Cub out. Could have tapped differently so we had that untapped and attacking, but I guess it doesn't matter too much. Down to 3. I mean, sure, we'll block it. There's not a whole lot you can do with it. He could have sneaked something in, and we didn't want him to do that. Alright. Let's go with something different here. I wanted to go back to that other deck and kind of make some suggestions. By the way, I do like that deck. I think it does need a sweeper or two in there somehow. But yeah, that's a fun one. Seems legit. We'll go back to this. We wanted to talk about this a little bit. What would we do to change this? I might get rid of 2 of these and go with 2 of the other dragons. The black one. The Scavenger Regent. I just really like this because it has the ability to be a sweeper, and that actually allows you to reduce how many Day of the Black Suns you need, but you also have the ability to have the creature And that opens up the ability to have more removal overall if you want. Otherwise, that gives you the option to free up some room for a win con. Cease and Desist, as much as I like it, it doesn't feel good unless you're playing against specific decks. I think that's a rough go on that one. Got the core annexes, you're good there. Day of the Black Sun. We tried to put another win con in here somehow. Even just having more flyers of some sort to get in wouldn't be bad. Yeah. But I would definitely try to sub. I might, and you could even run even a bigger plethora of these too. I mean, if you wanted to, you could even do that. And that actually kind of opens you up. If you start going a little heavier on the dragons, you could even get some of your other cards for removal. Because keep in mind, core counts as a dragon as well. So in this case, you had to have like 12 dragons, and you could start using something like Caustic Exhale as a removal spell, which is a really nice one when you have that many dragons. But that kind of takes the deck in a whole different direction, if that's what you wanted to do or not. But yeah, that's something I would think about doing. Discard changes. Let's look at... This is the version here that I played on the, or that I played in the video I posted. So let's try playing that one. I really like this mutagen version with the shredder. Now this was a list I found in one of the Magic Onlines that did well, but then I modified it to one that I preferred. So I changed out cards and things like that, but all in all, this is a good list. I should have probably showed you the list before I started playing. I'll show it after this game. What goes first, we'll keep. This does have quite a bit of removal in it. Don't have black, unfortunately. What is he doing? Target opponent reveals his hand. You choose an online card from it. That player discards the card. Interesting. I mean, my hand's kind of all over the place, so. I went for the pulse, okay. Well, if they went for the pulse, I am going to go to this. See where we're going from here. Show and tell. Am I playing? I'm playing the complete wrong thing, aren't I? What is going on here? Yeah, we're playing the wrong. We're not in standard anymore here. Especially because I'm playing a mythic level person here. How did I select the wrong... Yeah, I went to Timeless. Oh, jeez. Find a match. Ranked. Standard. Shredder Mullen. There we go. Yeah, it ended up being Timeless. Hey, Rhodes. Yeah, that was a Somehow switched over to Timeless by accident. That's okay. We can get an early elf, which is good. Opponent goes first, unfortunately. We do have a couple mutagen men. Forgot to share a list again. The whole idea is you're trying to race out a Rottenmouth Viper. You get a lot of tokens off Mutagen and Sentinel. And you also have Gold Vein Hydras in this deck. Okay, they got an artifact deck they're going to be ramping out pretty fast. So we need to get our Michelangelo out. And then we can also hex a creature. Well, that's unfortunate. We can't hex that one. Let's see here. We can get... Oh, shoot. That was a mistake. I meant to tap that down for the mana, for the hex. No attacks, end turn. Good old auto tapper screwing us over on that one. Chrome Dome, that's a nice one. No blocks. Can go after the Chrome Dome this turn. Do that first. Get more tokens. Hex's Chrome Dome. Attack for 1. Alright, they got their nice creature down. Yeah. They only have 2 lands, so how is that gonna... Okay, it's got another one. Gold Vein Hydra is pretty good. One, two, three. No attacks. We're gonna get this down and we can start sacrificing all our stuff. Percussionist. Okay, focus for 4 damage. There is our Shredder finally. Okay. Maybe we just get Shredder down. We can pump Michelangelo. I don't want to do that just to not get any tokens off of it. Let's do this on a Michelangelo. We can attack in with everything. Something does happen to him. We got another one. And do this one. We're going to take 4 minimum next turn. Shredder's going to be pretty big next turn. Plus he has Menace. Babs. Yeah, control, man. George Soros? Saros. It gets frustrating when you're playing the same matchup over and over. Are they giving up here? Bounce off. Come on. All right. Man, we didn't leave up enough mana, I guess. Okay, they get their pinnacle out. We get our shredder down. Can cast. Probably shouldn't have done that. We could cast that for 1. See what they do here. They have to block, right? Just hope they don't have any kind of burn whatsoever, otherwise we're dead. I guess they could even have a core and still beat us too. Anything to pump their creatures. We definitely shouldn't have took the damage off that tomb. Do they have a core? No? Do they have burn? Yep, they do. GG's. If we went to drop that tomb, we could have been fine. Play up another one here. All right, opponent goes first on this one. We'll try it, I guess. Oh, great. Playing against blue again. We'll do... Let's do green tapped. We can get our early pursuit out, which could help us. It's the Auditor deck. Could have also done the Michelangelo there. I have this deck. Oh, this is the one that I get. No, never mind. I played the Izzet version of this deck, didn't I? For a few other lands. Let's go there. Get Shredder out. Because you can bounce Trainer and then replay him and trigger that again. Or stock up. Just keep bouncing back and forth, Babs. Nowhere to run. Michelangelo. Draw a card. We can go crazy sacrificing next turn if we really want to, especially with the Goldbane Hydra. I think we're going to hex that. Just to get it out of the way. Let's get this down instead. I have a feeling they might have removal cooking. Mythic Mike's Moon Shadow deck. Out of all his decks, I really liked his Kithkin deck. I thought that was a fun one to play. Tapped. Demonic Council. What do they got cooking? All right. 3. Could just have a sacrifice, so we're just going to try to go crazy here. We don't have any. They could have a sweeper, I meant, because he searched for something. Okay if he sweeps, because we got the Hydra. Similarity. Oh, so this is just a straight up mill deck, huh? I guess I should have noticed that from the Jidor. We got the Hex. It's not instant, so we just get this down. Another Shredder. I think we're just trying to find our Hydra. Yep, they got it. I feel like doing some Ugin stuff. Let's play a couple rounds of Ugin. Let's see what we all got going on here. I was working on a new version of the skateboarding Ugin. Not sure if I like this version though. Let me find my old version here. pull up the old version here. Alright, let's look here. Decks. There's the white-black version. Grab that, try it. So anybody that's not familiar with this one, that we are trying to sneak in a bunch of creatures and have them attack in and kill on one turn. And we'll do that with an ultimating Ugin is the idea. Otherwise, we're going to be sweeping the board nonstop. Yeah, we can try this. We don't have any removal, but this is... I guess we should have had some ramp. Annex is nice to have. It definitely can be. It's always best just to play a fast deck and hope for the best. That down, get our helm down. Need to pick up some of our sweeps. I mean, so in this deck we're running 2 Get Lost, 2 Day of the Black Sun, 2 Day of Judgment, 2 Deadly Cover Up. Oh, I meant to modify this deck a little bit. We wanted to get rid of a Stone Chosen. There's our Day of Judgment. So we got the Sweeper live next turn. We're going to take 4, 5, 6 at a minimum here. 7. 7 at a minimum. 8, 9. All right. We do have to take 2 for that, unfortunately. And we'll take 2 for that. We are in trouble. Yeah, D1 can be rough to plan. Just it feels like you can sit in like purgatory there sometimes when you're really trying to. It's funny because usually when I cruise through it, it's usually when I'm not even paying attention, and I hit I hit Mythic before even realizing it. That's what kind of actually happened when I got into Diamond this time. Because I had the one deck that went 7-1, and I had the next deck that went 8-1. And that got me into Diamond. Yeah, we lost all of our wins today. I wanted to modify this deck a little. How does that always switch out? Okay. Probably get rid of those. Can warp in that. I'm wondering if we go harder on the Day of Judgments. Go for that. This is a bit of a glass cannon deck. got the Sire in hand, which isn't great, but we can play this. We got Ramp, which I like seeing. Verge out. I'll just go for the card draw, right? 1, 2. Oh, we can do both. Just hope they can't destroy our enchantment. Do they have the 3-drop that can destroy enchantments? They do! Of course they do. 3, 4, 5. Got the Judgment. Got the core. We'll drop core and Day of Judgment here. We can get this out. Okay, he's got the World Wagon. We'll fire that up with Sire. This is where we wish we had our... That's pretty good, but I think Sire's just a better spot here. I don't know if he's really got any removal for this. Also has First Strike. So if Lumberwagon attacks in, it just dies. Okay. We can Day of Black Sun and just remove both of these. Is he going to fire up with the World Wagon? Day of Black Sun for 3. 2, 3, that leaves 2. So 3. We attack in. And I think we can go for our combo, the Unholy Annex core combo here. Mono white token deck. Yeah, that's a rough one against aggro. You gotta beat them before they get the tokens down. All right, man. Copwatch, thank you for everything. Hope you have a good night. It was great talking with you tonight. Appreciate it. I think I'm going to be getting off soon, too. I think I got probably a game or 2 left that I'm going to play. Yeah, Authority is just a killer to the Skelly's deck. Not much you can do. You gotta pretty much just chalk those games up as losses. Sometimes it's not even... If you're trying to ladder, don't even bother playing those games. It just makes it more frustrating for you to waste the time playing those. You're better off just playing to your good games and playing more games than wasting the time on those. Ooh, we do not have... Oh, we got that, okay. We'll keep this. We can get the Terminus out, and hopefully we get another white mana. Pirate Claw. Really need white mana. Everybody say night to Copwatch. Really appreciate everything. All right. We will ramp. Cannot find our white mana. bad weather coming here. Bad storm. Lots of snow. Guess I know what I'm doing on Sunday. Gonna be clearing snow from the driveway. Well, we did find our sweep. I think we gotta go for it. Really need to get the sire down as fast as we can to try to gain some life. If we can get the sire down and get one attack in, we're going to be in good shape. Okay, let's see it drop something else. Okay, we might just... Jeez. Jeez. We have 5. We can just cast the Vestige next turn. I guess we try to ramp, right? We did Judgment. They can attack in for 2. Just worried about them attacking in for 2. And then coming in for 6. Okay. Let's warp this in. See if we can get lucky here. Ooh, that doesn't feel good. What are you waiting on here? Burn sucks and he's playing Burn? I just noticed his name. Holy smokes. We can get the core out. That's not a bad one. Sire can get dropped. I should say Ugin can even get dropped. Ooh, that's a pretty good one. Ooh. And then he can just attack him with this next turn. We can Day of Judgment here. We'll take 1 damage from that. We need to draw a land next turn. And they could have Burn in their hand too to just finish us off. Which means we need a land so we can do Ugin and +3. Or plus to get the 3 life. Oh, jeez. Get lost. We could do this and then still hold up the get lost. Jesus. They didn't even need that Hellkite. What do we want to play? Skateboard, Cloning Shredder, Ugin Reanimator, Doomsday Demons. Let's just finish the night off on a little mono white life game. I am getting a kick out of you tonight, Babs. Yeah, that's the whole idea why they run that hexproof, man. You go first. Yep, we'll keep it. Okay, we got an elf out. do double. I think we just get this bigger, right? And I hope we draw land. No, we didn't get our land. Probably gonna burn this thing out. I think we just do this, that way we get more life gain. Okay. Put that on a bat. Another channeler down. Double trigger. Yeah, you gotta kind of race those decks, man. It just stinks in that situation. I mean, some matchups just aren't going to be good for you. And that's one of them. Just seems like you tend to face those a lot more when you're trying to ladder, don't you? Opponent goes first. We'll try it, I guess. This is always a rough deck to go second on. Sanctifier down. We're playing black. They can remove stuff pretty good here. Let's get Channeler down. Just in case. I don't want to attack him with that. Oh, they go after the oh, no, they don't. Okay. Well, we didn't get what we wanted. If we do this, just grow the channeler like big. Already down to 13. Hopefully they give us something to show. Or just quit, I guess, right? GG. Just for you, Babs, I'm going to finish the night off here with a Kona deck. Probably not the one you're facing, though. This one's not as strong. Yeah, we'll keep this. Seam Rip, Feather of Flight. Guess we kind of want to do Feather of Flight. We can kill their Scavenger. Bring an Armadillo. Oh. Let's get that out. We might end up just bogging next turn. Scavenger. We got the Hex. Let's do this. Let's pay 2 life. We'll go after this. They do try saving it. And we can hex that. And then we will pillage the bog and try to find our Kona. Ah, bummer, Babs. I'll actually just plot it in. Then we can drop an extra land. Okay, they tapped out. Oh shoot, I meant to hold off. But we found our Kona, thankfully. I meant to drop our land first, I think. We'll station our Kona. We'll drop our Terror Eater. And turn. I don't think they'll know what to do here. They could shelter, but then they got to sacrifice a bunch of stuff. I think we cycle this. I guess we could get rid of the spell book. Maybe we get rid of the spell book because that's going to give them a lot of items to sacrifice. It gives us a chance to even do that. Let's see what is under here. That's not the worst. Let's do this. See if we can kill that. We can. We can even cast it. We'll back in. Suppose we could have also just got the spellbook vendor and cast that, but I guess it wouldn't really matter. Alright, 9 damage. We gain 9 life. 1 mana and we can cast Virtue next turn. They just don't have a good way. They have to sacrifice everything to even target this, so they are in trouble. Okay, they're going to get rid of our Scavenger. We could have attacked with Kona last turn. Steam Rip. They're just trying to find stuff that they can use for shelter now. So they can drop a shelter and sacrifice these 3. And then get our Terror Eater. But it's only sheltered, so if I can get rid of this... we have, like, we're quitting hexes we can have. Man, too many Konas here. I could have dropped this with the Kona the other turn too, so I made the mistake of using it for removal. That would have been really strong. Put a permanent card. I don't want to really put that into play, do we? We'll decline that just in case they put the other... Get rid of the other Kona. Our Archdruid Charm would work. We got 4 of those. Smuggler's Surprise, no, that one. Well, I guess Smuggler's Surprise would work, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now this thing has 4, 5. Now we can get Virtue down. What do we got for creatures? We got Scavenger. We have to find something, otherwise they're going to beat us. Just a single removal would be in good shape. Give me a Hex. Wow. We'll get a +1 counter on that. Station. Put a +1 on something. We'll put it on. That's 8. Do they have anything that can pump it? They do not. We can put the token on the area list here. Oh, there they go. GG's. They're brutal, but it doesn't have flying, so it didn't really matter in that matchup. They got her. All right, I think we're going to call her a night. Appreciate everybody for hanging out and watching some Magic and chatting with me for the night. We're going to try doing this most weekends, Fridays and Saturdays, if I can. Most likely Saturdays, definitely, but we'll try doing it on Fridays as well. We're able to do it Friday and Saturday this week, which was awesome. But hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Babs, hope you get out of Diamond Hell. Hope you can get to Mythic. And we'll catch everyone later. Have a good one.